Welcome, everybody, to SJG Perspective. Big shout out to American Joe, first and foremost, and to all of the 200 plus subscribers that have jumped over here and subbed up to my channel. You guys have flooded me with comments and, hellos, and I appreciate it. I try to give a heart to, I don't know, heart or whatever it is, whatever you click, and not like a weird heart, not like that, but, to acknowledge I see you guys. I can't make a comment to each one of them, but thank you guys so much for coming over. It's such a pleasure and a privilege to have you guys here, and I'm excited for 2020. It's going to be a good year. I wanted to do a quick video tonight. I'm going to go to a movie with my daughter and my wife later. Going to go see Jumanji. But before I did, I thought I'd come and do a quick video. I don't want to talk about the Iran thing because there's just too many things still rolling out, and that one hurts the brain, and it's like, it's all everyone's really talking about. So I thought I would do a funny video to conservatives and people with a brain, a serious video to other people. They actually take this stuff serious. We're going to talk about how a transgender man, so that's a woman technically, gives birth to baby using sperm from a trans woman, which is technically a man. But how people literally, this is getting out of control. And and I don't know, maybe I haven't done one of these videos in a while. I might get in a lot of trouble from YouTube for even saying this. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody other than the common sense that we have no longer, and the reality check, or the reality of that we live in a world where people are getting canceled, and people are getting, ratioed, and people are getting taken down, and people are getting abused for simply stating the fact that a man cannot have a baby. They don't have uteruses and ovaries. And a woman cannot donate sperm because she does not have testicles. She does not have the balls to do that, literally. So before we get into all that, please like and share this video out with as many people as you can on your Facebook or wherever, Twitter, Parler, whatever. And follow me also on Parler, BitChute, and DLive. All of those at SJG Perspective. Parler, BitChute, and DLive. Please follow me there. Okay, let's jump into this little article we're going to read here. It comes from the New York Post, and it says, transgender man gives birth to baby using sperm from trans woman. Proud Papa Reuben Sharp gave birth to his own baby with the help of sperm donated by a transgender woman. So Proud Papa Reuben, it's actually a mom because she has a uterus and ovaries, gave birth to her own baby with the help of sperm donated by a transgender woman. Actually, technically, biologically, chromosomally, a man. The 39-year-old UK native transitioned to a man 12 years ago. Pretending to be a man, he started 12 years ago, and he identifies, he's basically just a man who is gay, right? So let me make sure I'm getting that right, because this gets confusing. 39-year-old native transitioned to a man. So, yes, just gay, lesbian, basically. So it's a woman going to a man that still likes to have sex with other women. So basically a lesbian that went through a lot of work to redo everything and identify as a man. But his maternal instincts, led him to stop taking testosterone 6 years ago in hopes of getting pregnant. So he's taking testosterone because God didn't give him the plumbing that he feels in his mind under his dysphoric, his gender, his confusion with his gender dysphoria. He's taking testosterone because he wants to be something that he's actually not. And now he wants to he's feeling the maternal instincts of actually being a mom and giving birth to a baby, so he's quitting to taking the chemicals that he took because he didn't want to be a woman. This is literally how confusing this is sad, because this is the world they live in with this gender dysphoria. I'm not making light of, and I don't hate transgender people. What I'm calling out is the crazy insanity that we have become, where we have gone as a people and a society, and that we can't call a spade a spade. You can watch all my videos, and I don't care if you are a trans and you want to be trans, or you're gay, or you want to whatever. That's your deal. But we cannot change logic. We cannot change. Postmodernism wants to do that, right? We want to say that up is not down and down is not up and right is not left and left is not right and truth is a construct and everything is made up. But there is truth. There is right. There is wrong. There is up, there is down, there is black, there is white. That is the world we live in. There is gray in this world, no doubt. But you are born one sex or the other. And then we conflate, they love to conflate sex and gender and how sex and gender are separate. See, that's just the mental gymnastics you have to do to be able to logically or with a straight face talk about this stuff or accept this into society or try to reprogram people's minds, because it makes no sense. It makes no common sense, because common sense is a construct. Common sense doesn't exist in the world of the LGBTQIA, for the majority of this transgender agenda and culture in society or culture. It doesn't. Common sense doesn't exist. And this is not a takedown against them. Like, I hate these people. It's not. It's like I am speaking logical common sense that in these people's mind doesn't exist, and it does. Let's keep reading. I hope it's getting pretty clear. Now Ruben and his non-binary partner, Jay, 28, non-binary, who doesn't identify as a male or female. Confusion, because you are absolutely scientifically, you are either a male or a female. You can be an intersex, 0.001% or something ridiculously small, where you kind of are born with one or the other or both of them, but still you are actually, and I'm not going to dive into all these stats, one or the other. You just kind of have a mutation, right? We don't think that somebody that is born with 6 fingers is a 6-finger human being. No, we just understand that, there was his name was Inigo Montoya, right? We understand, his name wasn't Inigo Montoya. My name is Inigo Montoya, was going to kill the 6-fingered man. Anyways, I digress. It's a mutation. It doesn't mean it's a new species. So the intersex thing aside, you're either born male or female, right? That's what you are. You're not, now you can pretend like you're non-binary, but that's just a confusion and a mental issue that you're going through. It's really sad if you think about it. Who doesn't identify as a male or female are being hailed as Britain's most modern family. And this is where people lie down and we're like, oh, you're the most modern family. He's neither a male nor female, and you're a male who's actually having a baby. You're so modern. No, you're not. You're confused and you're broken and you're, mentally having some issues. That's not the most modern family. Maybe Britain's most confused family. Baby Jamie was delivered 3 months ago by a transgender doctor, no less, in Brighton, Sussex. Although a few other UK men have given birth, none have actually. No men have given birth because men can't give birth. After transitioning, Ruben and Jay are among the first couples to go public, the Sunday Mirror reports. It's taken 6 years to get this far, but now we have a baby in our arms, and that was the end goal. I finally feel complete, says wedding photographer Ruben. It wasn't that I was desperate to have the birthing experience or pregnancy experience, but I wanted a child, and I had the facility to do it. Yeah, because you had a uterus and you had ovaries, because you're a woman. The road to parenthood was just as atypical as one might think. Ruben tells the outlet he began living as a man in 2007, taking testosterone to develop a deeper voice, facial hair, and masculine features. And then what he did is he went out and he got himself a Gillette razor. It was pretty awesome. Still, paternal pains were undeniable. So he consulted a trusted trans doctor who reassured Ruben it was possible since he still had a womb and ovaries. Because he's a woman. Ruben was 3 years into his pursuit of parenthood when he met fellow wedding photographer Jay, who's undergone top surgery, a double breast removal, and is referred to as them or they at a bar. He had no idea if his new love interest even wanted kids. I realized I wouldn't have to talk to them, so if they didn't want kids, I realized I would have to talk to them. Oh, it's confused me for a minute. He's talking about her. Got the boobs removed? Yeah, her. He's talking about her. But I realized I'd have to talk to them. See how confusing this is? You can't even read it without getting confused. So if they, her, didn't want kids, we'd, now are we talking about weed? How does that work? We, all of we, or them we? Have to break up, Ruben says. I managed to bring up the subject, but luckily Jay was open to the idea. I would just have to use the word Jay all the time. Jay adds, it just seemed right. Still, Ruben faced a battery of futile fertility tests and hormone level checks. At one point, a friend even offered to carry the baby for the struggling couple. But then I woke up the next morning and my period had started for the first time in 6 years, Ruben says. It was such a relief. It's weird, but I knew it was the start of something I wanted so badly. However, one part of the equation was still missing, and as any thoroughly modern family would, they used social media to solve the problem. Well, of course they did. We were both trans and non-binary trans and don't have a drop of sperm between us. Ruben announced a GoFundMe page to raise funds for fertility treatments. However, we have found a donor from within the Brighton trans community who has amazingly and kindly offered to help us with this. He tells the Mirror sperm donation is a big decision to make. Yes, it is. But when we asked the donor, it just felt so right. It took 3 rounds of the costly treatments, nearly $8,000 to successfully inseminate Ruben's womb. After a surprise positive pregnancy test, they took 5 months. They took 5 more just to be sure. After an emotional 9 months and some strange looks into medical waiting rooms, the parents-to-be intended to deliver the baby boy via home birth. Makes sense. But I ended up being rushed to the hospital for a C-section, which was fine, but the recovery was absolutely terrible. I couldn't move for 5 days. Sharp tells the Mirror, praising the specially trained midwives at Royal Sussex County Hospital. 3 months later, the couple says they are confident the baby will thrive growing up in their hometown of Brighton with support from both sets of grandparents. It's about having the right kind of community around us so they are able to see different kinds of family setups. Really? Are they going to see different kinds of family setups? Do you really think, are you going to show them a lot of heterosexual family setups and good, healthy heterosexual family? Are they going to be exposed to a lot of that? I wonder. Jay tells the outlet, all we can do is try to be really open from the start with them and other people around us. Give them the best chance. You are absolutely not, right from the get-go, giving them the best chance. Let's just be real. You got 2 very confused people, 2 very, very struggling people to understand their identity, 2 people that are struggling with a mental dysphoria, a mental condition, right? And you think that you guys are in a place then to implant and to build up and to structure in your kid something that is going to be very worthwhile, very, very structured and balanced, and what do they call it? Give them the best chance? I don't think so. I hope for the best, and I would say prepare for the worst, because that doesn't necessarily seem like the best mixture. Anyway, it's crazy. Again, this is not a hating on trans people. This is like, people, we need to wake up and call a spade a spade. This non-binary, them, they, I got even confused reading this. This transgender woman, which is really a man, and transgender man who's really a woman. You can't say that now. In fact, this video, I don't know, man, it worries me. Maybe I shouldn't put it up because the algorithms and everything are going to nail it. But it's not a hate speech against them. It is simply a fact that, wow, we are living in a time that is very interesting to see what's going to happen. When we look back on this on history. Is it going to? Are people going to continue to capitulate to this and continue to bow down and continue to watch what they say? Otherwise, they could be canceled. Otherwise, they could be struck down. Or are people going to continue to stand up and speak the truth in love? And I don't think I'm not speaking this in love. Yeah, it's a little humorous to me because it's so crazy to me. I laugh at some of it. Though the fact of the matter is, these people and the hell that they're living in, I don't laugh at that. This hell of not knowing who you are and feeling that messed up, that must be a really dark place. But the science and the data behind the transgender life and the suicide rate and everything does not support that is, we should just be going along and praising it and bowing down to it. That is not what the data suggests. It suggests that we should be speaking the truth on this, speak it in love and speak the truth. And so that's what I'm doing with my videos. Anyways. Agree, don't agree, love it, don't like it. It is what it is. Anyways, it's been another episode of SJG Perspective. Didn't mean to go 15 minutes, but you know what? That's how I usually roll. I run a little long. So again, thank you everybody that has just joined. Please make sure you've hit the bell notification and make sure that you share this video out. Follow me on my other sites because it's going to be videos like this that don't keep me around on YouTube probably too terribly long. But we can always hope for the very best. Until next time, it's SJG Perspective without fear or animus. And we will talk to you soon. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.